So you may not be able to tell from our pasty white faces, but we just came off a Caribbean cruise.
Actually, I have like this really weird line of tan. It looks pretty horrible.
How did you get that?
Because I'm wearing a shirt.
It was his sexy top that he was wearing.
His halter top.
Well, it's here and here.
Okay.
But you said you showed us here. Is it one of those ones that the girls just wear off the shoulder?
Yeah.
It's looking pretty cute there, Paul. All right.
You did spend a lot of time on the balcony.
You see, you don't know what happened.
Yeah.
What I was wearing.
I'm just saying.
But let's talk about some of the things we did on the ship, because even some of them I have never done before on a ship, because you guys are with it, because I normally travel solo and I don't necessarily go on these kind of trips and excursions or do things on the ship when I'm by myself. So we did things like the Zipline.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think of the Zipline?
I, surprisingly, was terrified. I didn't think that I was going to be, like...
You didn't think the wire would be able to hold you?
I did have a lot of buffet. No. Like I've ziplined before, like actual zipline. But for some reason, the one on the ship gave me pause.
Well, it's much thinner than what you see when you go in through the trees or down a mountain.
I think a lot of
the
it
harness is just this little...
No, I think a lot of it was the person that was instructing me, like, okay, well, this is what you do, was like, they had a heavy accent and they were mumbling.
Yeah,
right?
no, I noticed the mumble. I said,
Yeah.
am I getting this right?
Did I miss something?
And so I was wondering, did I miss anything important? Right?
Whatever you do, don't do this.
And I did miss something important, because I walked over to the edge and I was about to jump off, and she's like, no, step back. I'm like, okay, what? She goes, you got to sit down to go. Oh, missed that. Okay, I'm going to sit.
Now, I see your intro, or your old intro, I can't remember if you still have it, but you're ziplining down a pretty lengthy
The longest
line.
zip line in the world.
Yeah. Well, I thought, hey, I want to do that. But this one on the ship was kind of short.
Yeah, it's about 100 feet.
Like when you said we're going on a ship with a zip line, I thought it was going to be from one end of the ship to the other.
No. No, it's just over the open area of the ship.
And it was fun,
Yeah.
but it was too short for me to be thrilled.
Okay.
Yeah, it is kind of terrifying because you're not used to look. It's like you're at the top of an apartment and you're going from one apartment to the other.
Yeah.
Because you're looking down.
I wasn't looking
in the
down.
middle. Mark was like this.
That's
Like this.
okay.
And that's going to be a theme for this video.
Yeah, so remember how terrified he is at this moment, because that's going to come up later.
Yeah. So we also did rock climbing walls.
Yeah.
How'd you do?
I felt.
No, wait. I've had a lot of buffet.
Over the years.
Listen. I felt like I was doing okay until I was like, that's it. I'm done. Like, my fingers were hurting, and I couldn't find any place else to like go. I felt like I was climbing on an angle, so I was going out towards the edge. I maybe wasn't, but that's how I felt.
And he was on the easy one.
Oh,
You were.
that's.
There's easy and medium and
I
hard.
don't
and
think
you were
there
on
is.
the
I think they're all equally.
No, the one on yours had the handholds stuck out more so you could
Yeah.
grab them.
No, but they were so small.
Well,
You should have seen
come
the
on
ones
ours.
On ours, they were upside down. So you
Mine
get
too. And there was some loose ones. And there was some that was like they were turning, and I was like, I'm not using that one. So okay. So I got to a certain level, and then I said, like, okay, I'm done.
5 feet.
And then I got down, and then I looked to where I was, and I'm like, oh, I wasn't that high.
So there are two bells. There's one halfway up, and there's one at the very top. And Mark got halfway to the first bell.
Yeah.
Halfway to the halfway mark.
Yeah.
Now, I struggled and barely managed. Now, we were on the harder one, but I barely managed to get up to the bell.
I thought that I would have been better on rock walls.
You know, I got to the bell, and I just did not have enough arm strength left to keep going.
Yeah.
My legs were okay. My breathing was okay, but my arm strength just wasn't there anymore.
My arms, like even when they're telling us before we go on, they say, use your legs to push, arms to hold on.
Yeah, and stay close.
Oh, see, I missed that instruction.
See, at the end, my arms were jelly. Like I got to the top,
He did.
I rang the top bell,
Well, when you're light like you,
but
The wind pushed him up.
when you're built like a teenage girl, okay?
I got to the top, I rang the bell. Now, It was very difficult. It was difficult for me. Before us, there were like 12-year-old, 9-year-old kids going all the way to the top.
Quickly.
Yeah.
Like this.
Yeah.
Spider-Man, Spider-Man. Yeah. And then we get up there, and yeah, I embarrassed myself in front of Hannah.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah. Had a nice conversation. Hannah was running the rock walls.
I think she was into you.
She was very, hey, you're doing really well. You're doing rock wall at 60 years old. You're doing great, blah, blah, blah. And then she went,
Yeah.
And then you let her down.
halfway. Oh, no. so, okay. So we've done that.
Water
on the
slides.
ship. Water slides and dry slide.
We didn't do
do
the
the
water
water slide.
slide.
We did the dry slide.
On the ship. Oh, yeah, dry slide on the ship.
Yeah, we never got around to the
And
water slide.
it wasn't as thrilling as I thought it was going to be. It wasn't as steep to me.
It wasn't as fast.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Now I'm looking at some of them on the newer ships being built, and they're more down
Right.
than that one was. This one was kind of the hardest part was to get going on the dry slide. 'Cause you have to scoot forward as much as you can without hitting your head. Paul's so short, he just went woo straight under.
Now, the better slide that we went on was the water slide in Curacao.
Curacao.
Now that one, you go into a pod, you're like this, and then the floor just drops out of you and you go straight down. And whether you want to or not, you're yelping. You're, like, you think you're going to be strong and powerful alpha? No. Like, at some point...
You thought you were going to be a strong, powerful alpha?
Only because I'm so used to it.
Oh, right, yeah.
But that one was a good slide. I like that.
Yeah. Yeah, there were a couple of slides were fun. He got stuck. I got stuck on one of the slides.
Yeah, there's one of them where you can race each other. So you start side by side, and then you 3, 2, 1, and you go down. And halfway through the tube, like, where's the water? Why isn't it scooting me
dries
down?
up.
Like, I had to use my feet to carry myself.
I come out the other end and I go, okay,
Where's
where's
Paul?
Paul? Like 30 seconds later, he finally comes down because he had to scoot. And then a couple other times I went on and I got stuck halfway down as well. So,
But the one where you go in the pod, that one was fun. It was fast.
I think I would have been terrified when we went to that. What was the area there where they had that big zip line?
perfect day. No, Labadee.
Yeah,
We're in Labadee.
yeah. They had that giant zip line, and like now that we've done the ship one, I'm thinking back to that, and I'm like, oh, that'd be terrifying.
I would think, like, I'm looking at that zip line now. When we got to the island, I said, oh, like, that would be fun to do. But now I'm thinking it's still not high enough or long enough or something.
Maybe
I'm not-
you're an adrenaline junkie. You don't even know it.
I don't think so.
One time I'll bring you on the one that goes like this and you hit 70 miles an hour. Then you'll know.
That's worth it.
Yeah. And it was the ride down wasn't terrifying. It was that they make you stand up on the bar, put your feet up on the bar, and you're overhanging like this before you go. That's terrifying.
Maybe what would make it more fun is if we put butter on our hands first.
Definitely adds a layer of challenge to it. Yeah.
Or you have to go up the zip line.
So much fun.
That would be fun. While people are coming down, you got to dodge them.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
Did we do anything else? We did ping pong, we did the arcade, but those are just regular things.
Just regular things.
Well, I mean, didn't I destroy you guys in bowling?
No.
No, I actually beat you guys.
I never even played bowling.
Right. Yeah. Okay.
Skeet ball. He's talking about skeet ball.
Skeet ball.
And even then, Paul won.
Yeah.
Ski ball. You
Okay.
came in dead last.
But I was doing well, and then I don't know. I think you guys did something. Oh yeah, you were getting the bonus double point things.
That we didn't even know was
Didn't even know
part of the
they
machine
existed.
for some reason. But let's talk about some of our shore excursions. We did at the water slide place. Paul and I went and we did Snuba.
Snuba.
New word we learned, Snuba.
Yeah.
And it was something I thought was completely different.
And you think the activity might be addictive? No. Saying Snuba is addictive. Because
Right.
once one person says it, you have to say it.
Yeah.
So when researching these, I said, Snuba, what the heck is Snuba? And so I Google Snuba. And it comes up these little motorized, like mini pulley things in the water, like the self-propelled things that pull you around the water like this, that you're zooming around while you're snorkeling. I said, well, that looks cool. And then we get there, it has nothing to do with that whatsoever. It's basically a combination of snorkeling and scuba diving.
You get to scuba dive without an air tank.
Yeah.
Well, the air tank is floating above you.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
sounds
Yeah.
awesome.
So you basically just put on a mask so you can breathe and you can go down deeper, and you know you're going down deeper than normal floating around the top when you're snorkeling because your ears are popping and things like that.
You know what was awesome? Jet skiing. Jet
So
skiing
we're
was
just
awesome.
not going to talk about Snuba now?
Oh, I thought we did. I thought we did. I thought we talked about it. We told what it was.
We didn't say what we did, if we liked it or not.
You snooba'd.
Okay.
Well-
how was the experience, Don?
It was crazy good. There were so many fish around, and Paul was confused because he thought he smelt or something under the water because the fish only liked the guide who was leading us away.
The guy with the food
The
pack.
guy with the food.
I didn't know he
in
had
it.
food.
He's like, oh man, they love him. Is he trained fish? What's going on?
But we're talking like
Fish whisperer.
all different kinds of fish and
Sizes.
Not like boring gray fish that you see in rivers in Canada.
Oh, these
Like
are colorful.
yellow and orange and blue, and they're coming right up to your fingertips. And hi, how you doing? And there's some of them. There was this midnight black fish, and it looked like it had blue neon speckles, like fluorescent light blue, and it was so neat. And I'm thinking before I go down there, we might see 10 fish or whatever. No, there were hundreds of fish.
Well, it's the ocean.
Yeah, but if you've never
There's lots
done
of
it,
fish in the ocean.
if you've never done it, almost as many as insects.
Let's not get into it.
Personally,
Yeah, that's a whole different conversation.
That's a whole other conversation that Mark's embarrassed about.
Okay, so Snuba. If you get a chance to do Snuba on one of your excursions, do Snuba.
It was fun. I will say that.
And you don't need to know how to swim, even.
No,
Salt water, it's much easier to swim.
yeah, but you don't need
Than
because
fresh water.
The good thing is, as long as you're not claustrophobic with the breathing apparatus,
Yeah.
you should be fine.
You're more buoyant in salt
Well,
water.
this one you don't want to be buoyant. You just want to go down where all the fish are.
Yep. Next, we have done skiing,
Jet skiing.
jet skiing.
Yeah, awesome. I was a little bit scared before going because I had never been on a jet ski before. But I was a master after we did our thing.
Yeah, I was nervous the whole way.
Really?
Yeah, because these waves were shooting my jet ski up in the air, and I figured, you know what?
I was hitting them too.
At some point I'm going to be thrown off. But I was sitting wrong. I had my feet behind me like I'm riding a motorcycle when there's these places where you're supposed to put your feet and then anchor yourself with the handle.
Right.
And I wasn't doing that, so
Why not?
I don't know.
Yeah. Now, I was behind Paul, cursing him the whole way to hurry up because I wanted to open it up more.
No, we were all in a line. We had to stay like 100 yards behind the person in front of us, and the girl in front of us was very nervous as well, and so she was going slower.
Yeah, in fact, so slow that you're supposed to follow the trail of the jet skis in front of you. Well, she lost track of the trail because it disappeared. That's how much slower we were going than the rest of the group.
Yeah.
I'm very surprised the people running the zip line didn't not
move her.
rotate us around, put her behind me with the other girl who was nervous as riding as well. But I kept on having to, okay, and then getting those waves, getting the jumps, and then slow down again until she catches up. And I wanted to open it up.
See, I was in front of her, so
Yeah.
she didn't-
Next time when they say, who wants to go fast?
yeah.
I want to go fast. That's gonna be me.
Now, you see how Marc is all brave on the jet skis, right? Well, Marc wasn't so brave all the time because we went to the Bat Cave.
Listen, I told you guys. I told you when the first time you mentioned caves. I don't do bats.
So we're going through these caves that are. This was it Aruba?
Yes.
Or in Aruba, and it's just natural formations. These caves used to be underwater. Now they're above water, and we can go. They're government protected.
No, it was in Carso. Caves are in Carso.
Yeah. Okay. One of the islands, and we're going through the caves, and everything is just. There are a couple of lights here. You can't touch anything. Not even allowed to take pictures. Going through, and there's one point in the cave where he says, now, if you look really hard up there, you can see some fruit bats, and they're about this big.
No, listen, what he said, where I said I'm at it.
Mark didn't get to that point.
No,
what
no,
he
first,
said.
you entered the caves like this.
Listen, I didn't know what to expect. Listen,
He's like every bat in the world is hiding up there. Here comes Mark.
Yeah.
Here he comes.
listen to me though. What he said was, in that next section is the darkest part of the cave with about 300 bats. And when he said that, I didn't care about anything else he said or what he wanted to talk about. I turned around. I was going for the exit.
We look around and Mark's running up the stairs. Now, here's the thing. The following sentence was, now you're not going to be able to see them or hear them, and I'll try and find them if I can
That
for you.
doesn't
that
make
was
it
the
better
next
for me.
sentence.
I saw 2 of them. They're up in a really dark hole, and I only saw them briefly.
That
Yeah.
doesn't make it better for me.
And it wasn't dark.
Anyway.
The whole cave was lit. But
So-
at first we said, no, he's I don't do bads. Who doesn't do bads?
Yeah, he's just pretending
He's
how
just pretending
scared he
he's going to
is,
do
yeah.
that. And then I saw him, and like a person walks beside him in the cave, and he's like this.
And then he had like the Roadrunner legs in a
Yeah.
circle. And
No, listen, because there was a guy like 4 feet from me, and he was like making calls.
Here, batty, 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 batty.
No, like, and I was like,
he was doing that to you.
what are you? It's like, what are you doing?
That guy never made it out of the cave.
Yeah, I didn't see him again.
Came up behind him and
Done. Anyway,
lost over the edge.
Now,
that guy goes.
now you went on just like a beach excursion.
Yeah,
How was that?
2 beaches.
it was good. It was good. Hung out in the ocean.
Is it worth it to pay for just sitting on a beach? Well, you had the wave ride.
Yeah. So I sat down on the shore because the waves were coming in. And so I sat down. I was thinking, okay, well, I'm going to let the wave crash over me, right? I'm just going to let the wave crash over me, and it's going to be so nice. The ocean's pretty strong. So not only did it hit me and knock me over, but then when the tide came back in, it like was sucking me back into the ocean, and there's rocks and stuff, and so it's scraping me all up, and it was trying to kill me.
And that lady beside you?
There was an older lady, tried to do the same thing about 5 minutes later. Same thing. And I was laughing at her, and she was getting thrown around.
We didn't see her again.
So,
She actually did get pulled out. Ha 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 ha.
but
I'm just gonna let the waves gently lap at my luxurious butt.
yeah. So, but you know what? I saw her about a half an hour later, and she was I don't know. She was
Bandages.
She was sitting up on shore smoking a cigarette in a wheelchair. So then I felt bad for laughing.
You ableist.
So
Like before going on a cruise, I was thinking, I'm going to go on the cruise. I'm going to eat food.
We did.
I don't
We ate
see
food.
a point in paying extra money to go ashore on these excursions, like to do activities, but they were fun.
yeah.
Like the jet skiing and the water slide and the Snuba.
What's your overall like? Would you cruise again?
I would cruise again. That was fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which activity would I do again? Snuba.
Yeah.
Would you jet ski?
Jet ski.
I would jet ski, but Snuba would be number 1.
I would like to have a little more freedom on the jet ski, though. Like, it was good. It wasn't as long as I thought it would be. It didn't seem as long anyway. I thought it would be a longer.
You should have been behind the girl. It seemed long to me.
Your wife has had the same complaints.
But okay. I think overall we had a pretty darn good cruise. We came back. I was 15 pounds heavier when I came back, so I must have ate pretty well.
I was a solid 10 pounds heavier.
But we have
We started our competition.
going on.
Well, it's a friendly competition. It's not really a bragging rights competition, but it's to...
Why not?
Oh, is somebody backing down?
Oh, no,
now?
I was just about to say, it's to reinforce ourselves
we
to
have-
keep going.
Do we have any stakes on this?
You guys never came. I said to put stakes up, but you guys never did.
We don't have any stakes, but it sounds like he's kind of minimizing.
Yeah.
Oh, if we get there, we get there. If we don't, we don't.
Right. You know why though?
I'm the only one who
he's
cruises.
shipping out again.
I cruise in 3 more. Well, whenever this video, from 3 days from today, when we're making this video.
Yeah, but we have to deal with the depression of real life. So there you go. That's eating fodder right there.
Yeah. Yeah.
You
Dylan.
do remember the cruise, right? You do remember the food on the
Hey,
cruise.
we all have our challenges.
Here's my schedule. I go on 10 days of cruises. I come back. The very next day, we're having our Christmas get-together dinner with cakes and turkey and potatoes and gravy and fries and meat pies. And then 4 days after that, I fly to Australia and I go on a 12-day cruise on that. I come back from Australia. And then I'm here for 2 days and I go to the Caribbean again. So I am on...
Hey,
Sounds like a lot of
There.
excuses
hey,
to me.
Tom, just because there's food doesn't mean you have to eat it, right? Tell him.
Tom?
Yeah.
Comment section.
Okay.
We have conversations.
Oh, okay. But no, I was being friendly about it. But if you guys want to put stakes up,
No, I don't challenge you.
I've learned.
you hear that? You hear that? Oh, it sounds like Don's backing out. Oh, you want to put stakes? No. No,
Well,
because you'll win.
Let's see if you could do without the official challenge word being used.
Well, I think we're all down except you.
I'm down.
Yeah, but you were down.
And I started a week later.
You were down to start.
Yeah, I don't think you're gonna have an issue.
Yeah, but I'm the only one of us working out, so
No, you're not.
yes I am. You're walking.
No, I'm doing my weights upstairs. They're sitting in my living room.
I'm not working out at all.
I can't tell.
But I think I'm down more than any of you.
Well, Paul started at 150, roughly.
153.
And his goal is 135. So 15 pounds. I started at 115 something, and my goal is getting down to
115. Wow, you're tiny.
215. Trying to get down to around the 180 mark. I'll be happy when I drop below 190, but 180 is my target goal.
Yeah.
And what's yours?
I started at 222, which was huge. And I'm down 12.4 pounds right now.
But what's your target?
I want to get 180, 190.
Yeah, so roughly the same. So target's 180, happy once you start hitting the 190s. As long as you don't go back over that.
Yeah.
So that's our challenge for weight loss, and we'll see how we reach it. Apparently, there's no stakes involved.
Well, I think we'll discuss.
For some reason, the guy who has the least amount of
Weight
to
to
lose
lose.
doesn't want to put up the stakes. That's kind of comical.
I was going to drop a tub of ice cream off at his door.
Yeah.
I still might.
I've had popcorn when we go to the movies.
That was on the first day, and somebody told me you should have taken it and eaten it right in front of him and started the next day.
Yeah, but then I would have had 2 tubs of ice cream because that's what I do.
Yeah.
That's my handicap. But okay, I think the cruise was a success. We did some things like the rock wall. I've never tried the rock wall on a cruise ship. Happy I got halfway. Maybe when I lose 35 pounds, maybe I'll get all the way on the cruise line.
I might get to the first bell.
Ding.
Okay, we'll end it on
We'll end it on a ding.